I'm going to welcome the board up here at this point. It's going to be the five-member board from Anchor. Brother Keith Rosenberry is our treasurer. Brother Brad Flagel is our secretary. Brother Jeff Musselman and Brother Adrian Martin is the chairman of our library committee. So if you all can come up here at this time, we'll get started. Presently, we also have four ministerial advisors on our board. Brother Jason Wadle from Burns Valley, Brother Alan Martin from the Row, Brother David Lehman from Strasburg, and Brother Dan Mass from Newburgh. Tonight, our panel discussion will be with the five-member board. Okay, how this is going to work is I'm going to moderate this by asking the questions, and then different of our board members, including myself, will take the opportunity to answer the question, give their perspective and answer on it, and then we'll, after that, give time for the other board members to have any input that they want to. Okay, pass this down to Adrian. So the first question is, what is the view of the board on a church-based school versus a parochial-based school? When we get questions like this, sometimes we don't know the intent of the question, and I am sorry if you're here tonight and we misunderstand any of these questions. We're going to answer them to the best of our ability. Could mean that this question, I'm not sure the parochial, it could mean a patron-based school, and this school could be this question could be taken in two different ways. We're going to do it as that. Adrian is going to address a possible view on this question. So Adrian, go ahead.
Okay. As Eric said, the question as it was asked was, what is the view of the board on a church-based school versus a parochial-based school? Hopefully, as he said, we're taking it as it was intended. And so the way I'm going to answer the question is, what is the view of the board on a church-based school versus a patron-based school? So the Anchor has operated from its beginning as a church-based school and basing its policies, practice off of its supporting churches, which is Cumberland Valley North. And I guess so over the years, as churches, some of the churches have varied some in their practice and in their applications, and that has brought more questions to the board, having to make some decisions based on the board because of the variety of practice. That being said, Anchor is still a parochial school based off the Cumberland Valley North, and the board is chosen from the supporting churches. And I don't know that the board actually can change that because we, the board, are hired by the supporting churches. And I guess only a church, actually, I don't know how that would change, to be honest with you, if a church policy would change that. Because a patron-based school, by my understanding, our understanding is a school that has a board chosen from the patrons, supporting patrons. And that would change school, how things are worked out on school policy. Also, it would give more responsibility to the board. And so we try to make best decisions we can with changing of the times and the changing of the supporting churches. But it is it is a church. It's a church-based school. this question did bring up some interesting discussions on who are supporting who are supporting members or supporting people are. And one interesting statistic is that as if you break it down by family, our school is 65% families from Cumberland Valley North and 35% non-Cumberland Valley families. If you break it down by students, it changes the percentages a few points, maybe up to 5%, but it's roughly the same. And one of the questions also, which it was kind of maybe a rabbit trail that we went down in discussing this, was what is the purpose and who are we serving? As what is the purpose of serving um, of our school here in the valley? Going on past history, Cumberland Valley started as a church school, but even from the early years, there were families from outside the Cumberland Valley. There were